Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk of the future trading. All our videos are for educational purposes only. You're very welcome to follow our signals for free. We're not collecting any emails or names, but please, is at your own risk and stay on sim. We normally start around 10 o'clock, so we started a few minutes before. So there is a new signals coming in for the last 2 days. We when we come in at 10 o'clock, the signals already plotted. So maybe today we'll get the new signals around 10 o'clock. So some of the traders will get benefits out of it. Today, maybe it could be a little bit off. We are testing the new version on NT8, the price action. So for our members, maybe you see a little bit different plus minus one tick because we are testing a new version. The ones that first time here following us, we're looking at three different automated to trade, full automated ATM and an ATM strategy, and you're very welcome to follow it manually. You get the signals from the first column here on the left upper corner, and then it gives you the direction, and I tell you where is the entry price. As an example, right now we have an entry price, a buy entry price on ES 2860.25. It gives you the target at 286675. And then it tells you how many ticks you are away from that signal. At the moment, we have a buy signal entry on the ES NASDAQ, buy signal entry, and a YM is a short position. It just took a short position. So it is a bit mixed market right now, and we will go through all the details. So the market analyzer, it is a base on 1 minute and one contract. And now the reason you see all this mixed signals between the ES and a YM and a NASDAQ, because the whole market is changing direction. So very soon we should have straight out direction within a few minutes. Just when we started at 9:30, everything was going to one direction, and now we start getting mixed signals around 10 o'clock, and today is Friday. So we will cover that. The same thing you can do on the Forex. You can follow the signals. Right now we are 126 pips into the profit, and this is the total amount on the Forex. You can see, and you can see the entry prices and the target, and then you can see the trailing stop, and the same thing here with the future. So that system you can use for futures, Forex, and stocks as well. And we will be also covering swing trading, scalping. For the ones right now, we are waiting on the new signals. You're very welcome to follow some of the scalpers trading. This is a scalper, and you can see the direction and the scalper as an example. Right now, the YM have already trade long on the scalping, so you can very welcome to follow the scalper if you want to enter the market. And then you keep your eye on the first column here. This is where we get the new signal. At the moment, there is no new signal. The market is right in the between. So we will figure it out once this market smooth out a little bit, because we have the YM is going short, ES and NASDAQ, they are going long. And then the Russell is long, and then the 30-year Treasury bond is short. So it's pretty well mixed. It's not synchronized, this market. You got to wait a few more minutes before we get clean signal, and then we will follow those signals. Also, we will be covering some of the new auto trade, the swing trading, and the scalping. We will be covering those as we go. And all our auto trades, we started around 9:30, and we will be start covering the new T7, and we will cover also the ones I have talked to the members about the scalp in 5 minutes. This is your scalp in 5 minutes market order. It is an amazing job it's doing on all market, ES, Russell, Nasdaq Dow Jones is doing extremely well, and we will be covering some of the swing trading. This is as an example. This is the swing trading, and you can see we just started with those trades, so there is nothing yet. We started around 9:30, so this is the first trade on the Russell as well. Let me see. Okay, if you wanted to take a short trade, we have a new signal come out on the Nasdaq. Sell 5025, target 51325. Normally, you can use a full automated or ATM. I prefer, for me, I like to use. Um, uh, okay, guys, this is a good trade on the Nasdaq, and if you wanted to take the YM as well, take it at 678, short limited position at 678. I personally like the ATM, but you can use it as a fully automated. Okay, you are in to the plus on the Nasdaq. We just called the Nasdaq for you. Now it's 310, and we are about to go on the ES. So just a second, and you'll have the Nasdaq as well. We are $42 on the YM, and we are 370 based on 2 contracts, and we should have a short trade on the ES, and then that will put you on a very nice weekend to this week. So um, the auto trades has not kicked in yet. There is only small numbers: 375, 350, 290, 240. Those are between the scalpers, swing trading, and the new auto trade. So we will be covering some of it right now while we are waiting. There is a new. This is as an example for a 4-range YM. It's fixing to close position here. We're about to have a new signal here on the ES. Just bear with me, guys. 1 second, and we should have a new signal right there. It's on the bar close. That's why you are getting. Okay, for the ones that are following us on the YM Nasdaq, you're doing very fine. You're going all the way down there we go. We have a new signal on the DAX, a new signal on the ES. The new signal on the ES is 55.25, target 844 level. There is a little pullback. Don't let it scare you. We are going in the right direction. The Nasdaq, there is a little bumper here, a support line. And once we break it, there is another bumper at 527. Mark it on your chart, 527. And then final target is 516. The same story here. This pullback on the YM. Those are your less than $1 a day zone. And as you see, got rejected from your support line. And this is at 56.60. And once we break that line, the next bumper we're going to have is the 642. So there is a little pull back on this. Don't let it scare you. It's going very fine. And it will be just a minor pullback. And the scalper took the opposite direction on the first pullback. So now you're going to see the scalper start turning red because it took advantage of the pullback. And this was the difference between a scalper and a swing trading. And also, as you see, the market came in right to the support line at 539.50. So just give it a little bit time. If you are not on any of the trade on the ES, put a limited order. If you're not on a trade with an ES, put a limited order at 54.75 short. 54.75 short. If you're not on a trade with a YM, put a limited order at 678. Follow us on the sim. We're not responsible for your trade, and we're not allowed to call the trade, so you're only allowed to follow us on a sim, please. Okay, there is a little pullback. Don't let it scare you here. We are about to drop. Now, in the meantime, let's look on some of the trades on the new auto trade. For the Renko bar traders, here is we are also. I mean, I'm a kind of guy. I don't like Renko bars, but we have some traders like Rankobar, and this is the new auto trade. I'm testing it for you guys for a Rankobar, and we have one losing trade on the ES on the Rankobar, and now we are going down with that. It's 400, it's $500 trade actually. So we are done with this one here, and then we will be covering some of the scalpers, and we will be covering a beautiful, beautiful trade to all our traders, the ones our member. If you are on those trades, please Skype me. Let me know where you are on those trades, so we will help you guide you on those one here. A lot of short sell come in. Be careful with the projection. There is a projection. You know, you gotta be fast. There is a projection at 52.75, so we might gonna have a little bumper in here, and then all the way down to the 46.50, we are in the clear. Once we break that support line, this is less than $1 a day. I don't know how anyone can trade without it. This is your zone, and once we break the 660, we are going all the way down to the 41 level, and now we have a very good potential to go farther on your target. Nasdaq, you're doing good. This call trade is 760 into the profit. This is very good based on 2 contracts, but the market analyzer, when it give us the new signal, is based on 1 contract. That's why you see there is only 60 ticks on the Nasdaq, and there is 120 ticks because we are using 2 contracts on the automated ATM, but the market analyzer is calculating 1 market, 1 lot. Also, for those guys, I'm sorry, I forgot all about this. For those guys that like the micro account, this is the new things now, the latest. Everybody is happy about the micro account. You can use an ATM or you can use a fully automated on those micro account. And I mean, look, this is, you're not really investing in real money, but the rewards on those micro accounts, what is beautiful about it, you can hedge the market. And now you have the luxury, if you have a smaller account, staying using all the instruments. You can use ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, and you still can come out with the plus when you are hedging the market. You can use 1 or 2. Right now, I'm using only 1 contract on a micro account, and this is very okay for a micro account, and it is really good. So we are going in the right direction on the future market. Okay, we have this Rankobar, as we talked about, already hit the target, and it is finished for the. We had 1 losing trade, and then it's done. It's over. Good. Started at 9:30. All of them started at 9:30. But let me see if there's anything. They still into the process. None of them has yet kicked in on a very nice long trend. So the market slowed down a bit, and we will keep our mind looking at those auto trade, and we'll cover every one of them. No worry. So let's look at this market now. Keep our eye on this market. Okay, we're fixing to drop on the Nasdaq, and once we break that area on this Nasdaq, we are going to the 27, and from the 27 to 1625. So it's going to your direction, guys. Beautiful, beautiful start at 10 o'clock. Okay, they start now getting all the trades out, and we started. It was a very fast market at 9:30 actually, and look, that's a lot of trades for volatility, but it did it. We started at 9:30 and nailed it. And after a slippage commission, it is 480. This is not bad. And this is the 65 ticks, the new auto trade, which we will be covering, and I will be giving this template for the 65 ticks on Monday and the full range on Monday as well. And now they start getting filled and getting daily targets, so no big deal. So let's stay here on the ES. As I said, guys, whatever we say here, yes, sir, it's on 15. Yes, Ben. Whatever I say, you can go back to the video. There is not like when the ES took that trade, I told you there is a projection at 52.75, and look what happened. The projection has caused this market, the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones, to stop by, and the ES, if you look at this projection, the ES, this is the fourth time is trying to break this projection. Once we break this projection, this YM and the Nasdaq, they're gonna hammer down. So now the key in this market is 52.75. Your whole market is holding on the 52.75. Once we break that projection on the ES, this Nasdaq is gonna hit $1,000, and the YM then is gonna give this permission to break this support line at 59. As long as we are struggling with that projection, this whole market is holding on a tick. So now we are breaking that line. That is going to make that YM to break, and that is now we are coming exactly to the support line on the Nasdaq at 2650, which if this ES start closing below that number, that's mean we are on a very, very good trend. However, if this ES fell to break that 52.75, hold your seatbelt. We're going to go in a lot of chop market. So there we go. There is a lot of sell when the blinking. That's mean we have broke that wall, and that is going to cause your Nasdaq and YM drop immediately based on this ES. So what we are really wanted, short sales from the 52.75, and as you see, it's blinking right now. There is people pushing that ES down, and that is going to make you happy on your Nasdaq and the Dow Jones, and it is going now as supposed to be. So as you see here, the Nasdaq is coming to the support line at the 27.25. We are waiting on the ES to really break, and that is gonna make the YM a break. So if you are trading the ES, or Nasdaq, or YM, you are in the right direction. It is a beautiful call, and it will be a very nice weekend for you to trade. So we broke that 52.75. That is gonna make on that trade, the one we called for you on the ES, on the Nasdaq, it will be a little over $1,000 today on that trade here. And you got around 400 on the ES, and you got 117 on the YM. This is a beautiful trade, a beautiful call, and it is. Let me show you the difference between, for the ones don't know, that this is a full automated. I use the full automated on 3 minutes, and this is full automated. When it's full automated, to plot the chart on the buy, the trade and stop, the entry, and the target is right in line, as you see right now. And you don't have to do anything to it. But for me, I like it to fuzzle with the stop loss and the trailing stop. So this is the difference between an ATM strategy and a full automated. I know that guys with a full automated don't like to get their hands dirty with the trades. Very fine, but at the end of the day, we have to sometimes touch the market and make it is always calculating the target on the fully automated, whatever it is, the target is going to stay on the target. But when you are using the ATM and this market like today hammering to the downside, you know what? I'm gonna take advantage of it, and I'm gonna, or if I see this market is pulling back and there is no returning back to this trend, maybe I wanted to close that position. I don't want the auto trade to call it for me. So uh, 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 you can do it both of way. It is a very friendly, not complicated, and you can do it. So as we said, we want to deliver $1,000 on a trade on the Nasdaq. We did, and we will be also delivering around 700-800 on the ES. On the ES, we are having a support line at 846.25, and then once we get it, we're gonna go all the way down to the 43.25. But now my main concern, it is the 46.25, gentlemen and ladies, 46.25. Now on the YM, we have a support line at 56.28, and we will be, if this ES break that line, we are about to break that line as well. And there is a good potential, more potential on the NASDAQ beside the 1,300. So we're going to go farther down because I'm expecting the NASDAQ to close around 749,350. This is a beautiful trade. So this is the difference between the full automated and the ATM strategy. And it is a beautiful trade. And I'm expecting this YM to go all the way down to 51 level. You see, those are your zone, tell me which system can nail it a day in and a day out to the take. Look at this. This is what we said we are concerned about. Why we are concerned about this? This is a decision where we can maximize our profit if we want it, or if you want to, we can stay on that trade. So this is really extremely accurate, and it is a place where you make a decision and it give you estimation where the probability of that market is going to be, and we can maximize our profit. Where when we are taking a normal full automated trade like this one here, as I see here, there is a double support line, and I'm not sure if this Nasdaq is able to break it, but on a full automated, is sitting there, and you cannot do anything about it. But when I am trading and I'm using an ATM, I can see there is a double support line. Maybe I need to hold my eye on it. So maybe I need to close at those level here at the support line at 98.75 and keep the 1,230. Then watch it pull back and close around 3,400. So there is a big difference when a trader can keep his eye on it's the same story on the ES, guys. It's the same story all over the places. It's the same story all over the places, whether you are trading full automated, and as you see right now, when we are looking at the Nasdaq come in to the double support line, and that is going to cause right now this market to pull back. And this is not pleasant when you have over $1,000 on the trade, and then you're going to bill out of it with a $500-600. So they are extremely important to see how this market going, and how it is over, or is it a pullback. It is very important to see if it's over or a pullback, which when you are looking. Also, we have a reversal plotted, and those reversal, they do not repaint. The reversal telling you when this market, look at this, those reversal are not a repaint reversal. Most of the reversal out there, they are repaint. Those, they sit there, and it gives you warning sign that there is probably the party is over to the downside, and you need to close your position. So as you see here, there is a support line. This is your target. This is a reversal. There is a 3 different indication to tell you you need to close your position at 501, or if there is a good potential, maybe we can drag it all the way to the 92 level. Okay. The same story here on the ES when we told you about this line, and now this market. It was over $1,000 on that trade, and now we are down to $800 on that trade for not knowing how to trade or not understand your price level or your fib line. The same story here on the YM, and the same story here on the Nasdaq. Look at this on the full automated trade. On the full automated trade, look at it. Um, what it does, it did exactly what we were scared of, because this is a double support line. This is require a lot of cells for us to penetrate that thick wall. So we understand that maybe we will go ahead and take this $1,000 trade than to just go ahead and close on a $600 trade. So if you calculate it every trade, you are losing a couple of $300. By the end of the year, you do the calculation how much you're losing for not knowing your lines, how many hundreds of dollars every day losing and not maximizing when you're right. And here's the problem, folks. When most of the traders, they make the same mistake. They use a dummy trading stop. So when the market come into their direction, you need to get paid when you're right. We have a new signal coming out on the CL, and you have a limited order. You need to put sell on a 6152 limited order, 6152 limited order, but you got to be careful. You have a support line at 6148, so you got to be mark it on your chart, the support line at 6148. So with the minute you're taking that trade, limited order right now at 6153, you need to make sure you are crossing the 49 level, and then you have it all the way down to the 30 level. So this is a very good trade if we can break the 48 level support line. Well, guys, let me see who's on those trades. No, sir. It says here, our site, R7 and R4, those are the reversal. The higher the number is, the stronger the reversal is. Is that clear for you, sir? The 3 minutes. No, you use a normal 3 minutes for the price action. Then you use the normal 3 minutes. Amigo. Okay. Okay, good, Scala. How much you made out of it? Most of the traders, they took uh, they uh, they took Nasdaq and ES. How much you got out of it? JC, how much did he get, JC? Okay. 1,400. Very good. Close your computer. Have a nice life. Get a life, and enjoy your weekend. Don't ruin it. Seriously, JC? Okay. JC, 2,230. Vito, amigo. Okay. Uh, okay. Who's else? We have a very funny guy. Um, how much did you make, Vito? I think he was enjoying his wine, and this is the only day today he did not trade, and probably has hidden himself with a shoe. Okay, um, okay, guys, it is your call, your decision when you want to exit. We have explained to you. You can stay longer on that trade, and we can. My expectation, if you are still on those trades, you need to take one out at 499.25 or 7,500 even. On the Nasdaq, you can close a position at 7,500 even. And the second trade, if you wanted to stay on the second trade, there is a potential at 92.50. For the ES trader, this is your key right now on the ES. Your support become a resistance. So this is a good place to close. If you are on two position, it is a very good place to close one position. And the probability on the ES, the final destination on the ES, it will be 40.75. 40.75. Or if you think it's too long, you can go get out at 43 level. 43 level. Because now this is the key, folks. This is the key on the ES, is the 46.25. So we still have a lot of traders are refusing to cash in, and they're they're greedy, they're aggressive, and that's their right. You cannot do anything about it. So um, we all grown adult people, so you make a decision on your own. But we made three beautiful calls for you right at the beginning, and it was all perfect calls. And right now we will see if but the party is over here. The short trades are over, and for the ones they still have an open position, you need to close position, please. What is nice about this, once we make a decision to close it, we are not getting into this chop market anymore. Now the whole market, now the buyers are coming in, and the party is over to the short. So okay, we hit also the ES here. Okay, this is on the swing trading. They all started at 9:30, all of them. So we have a first trade on the swing trading. Then we have a one small losing trade and a beautiful run. And look at this, how it catched it. Beautiful run, three trade, 775. This is very nice swing trading. And it was done. All our target is 500, but it's coming to your direction. It stays on that trade until this trade is closed. So 500, all of them, they are $500 daily target. But if the market go into your direction, it's going to stay on that trade till that trade is closed. So sometimes you get a couple hundred, sometimes you get 500, sometimes you get $30 on top of it. Whatever you can get above the 500 is fine. It's very good. Let's look at this new auto trade. We still have this is a lot of trades actually, but when the market start trending, this is really, it just closed. Okay, it hit the daily max. Okay, that's good. Okay, close position 500. Beautiful. Let's look. Okay, finally the market. There is a new signal on the 30-year Treasury bond. You see that, Ben? Why this market dropped again? You have a new signal on the 30-year Treasury bond. And look, this market is crazy. Now we got a new signal on the 30-year Treasury bond short, and that caused the ES, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones to drop. I mean, sometimes this market doesn't make sense because when we have a new signal on the 30-year Treasury bond, a sell position, that is going to activate the long trades on the ES, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones. With that story today, that caused the NASDAQ, ES, and Dow Jones to go with the same direction as the 30-year Treasury bond. We're supposed to go work in the opposite direction. And if you are trying to analyze everything in the market, welcome to trading, because that can drive you banana. Sometimes you have to be a good Christian with it and just take it as is. You get slapped on one side, you keep going with it without asking any question, and that's how it is. So now the market decided to go with the same direction as the 30-year Treasury bond. Welcome to trading. One of them is wrong. I have no idea which one is wrong. I don't have time to look at it to see which one is the true, which one is I need to look some other places. I'm not going to do that right now. So right now the market decided to take a bit of dive, and we'll see where we are going with that. If you are still on the same trade with the NASDAQ, close one at 7,500 and keep one as a runner. This is not good when the 30-year Treasury bond onto the sell position. And yes, and thank you. We have one trader, when he saw the 30-year Treasury bond change direction, he flattened out all his position, which is smart. As we see here, this is our expectation. Look at this. At 7,500, we told you to close your position, and it was 7,500, right in line. Now with the ES, keep your eye on the 43 level. You can close position at 43 level if you want to, or now. And if you are trying to stay on that trade, you can stay to the 40.75, and then it's over. For the YM, your final destination on the YM is 547. 547 is your final destination if you want to hang on to that trade. So there we go. We are going to break that last support line, and now we are facing the 40.50. So this is where we are going to face the 40.50, and the NASDAQ final destination 92.75. And kiss it goodbye. It's finished. The whole market, kiss it goodbye. It's finished once we hit the bottom here. And for the full automated trade on the same system, now the NASDAQ decided to test himself and closing at 82.50. This is 82.50 on the 3-minute, 82.50. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see if he is able to do that. And also the ES on the full automated trade. He's coming to this double support line. I'm not sure he's going to make it, but anything can happen with the trading. So I don't know. We'll see. Today is a Friday. It's an itchy day. So people want to finish early. Hey, then. Oh, yeah, on the 15 minutes, let me look at it. Sure, sir. Hold on, Hayden. There is a new signal on the gold buy. There is a new signal on the gold buy. Entry price 84. Target 1290. Let's examine the 15 minutes. Do you remember, guys, what we said? Those institutional. Thank you, sir. You're beautiful too. When we covered it yesterday about those institutional numbers and what we said, the first couple hours on Friday, you get those numbers. And this is exactly is coming to the 38.75. And this is the first profit will be taken. Before 12 o'clock, we will hit the 28.29.50 and then kiss the ES goodbye. It's finished. So we'll see. Okay, if you want to give more, go ahead, give more, you know. You see, I can drop those target because I'm using an ATM. With this one here, you cannot do anything. You cannot do anything. But the automated, it just itself, if it sees there is more potential, the targets move by itself. This is very smart. The trailing stop also pull back. If there is a pullback, they don't pull back a lot, a couple ticks, but they pull back. So this is a very clever. It's like you're trading it yourself. And now we are about to hammer and a close position on the Nasdaq with the full automated. On the full automated, you cannot extend your target. It's gonna go right back. Where on the ATM, hey, you know what? Maybe there is more potential today. You know, maybe I can. This is my lucky day today. I don't know. So I'll extend the target, or I can go ahead and move my trading stop to somewhere and secure my profit. And if it makes it, makes it. If it breaks it, it breaks it. So this is where I enjoy the ATM. But you don't have to enjoy it. Maybe you don't like to enjoy yourself with an ATM. You can use the full automated, and now the full automated on both of them is coming on that trade. The ES, as you see now, struggling on the 3 minutes with a double support line, and the Nasdaq has broken, so it's gonna close on $2,000 on the Nasdaq. So this is not bad, but the ES, I'm not sure the ES able to drop to the 35 at the moment. So there is some profit taken on the first institutional number, and there is some profit taken here, and we just hit it. So I'm sure the ES is gonna uh, uh, go a little bit back for a profit taken, and could be hammering later on. I don't know, but this is a really a hard area to break, and it seems like they want to force it down. It's fine. We'll see. Okay, on the full automated, we're about to close the Nasdaq and the ES. They are about to close both of them. The ES, look, uh, holy. They're about to close, and I cannot extend it. Not unless if you want to turn off, you want to turn off the auto trade and you overwrite the auto trade. You can do that, but the automated one is fully automated. You cannot control your. You cannot control your trailing stop and your target, uh, no matter what you do. Or maybe you can turn off your auto trade and then you can override it. Well, let's look at the ATM itself. We are on $3,000 for that trade, and $1,600 on that trade, and $522 on that trade. This is not bad at all. Now it's closing this one here, and it's closing that one here. 27 on the Nasdaq, and there we go. Touch it. Come on. 1,300 on the ES trade. Oh, come on. Done. 1,400, and they're done both in the same time. We're done with those. Now it is our fun to use the ATM, and this is where it is enjoyable with the ATM. I don't know about you guys, but and you know, Ben, the 30-year Treasury bond is on the same direction as the ES. Try to explain that. Well, it don't seems like we are stopping. I figured out it's gonna be somewhere around like what we said, 27.25. There is a double support target is right there, so I'm not expecting anything less than that, and we hitting the target. I mean, but I mean, you made 22.30, so don't let the greed hit you. And Vito is hitting himself with the shoes. The update, it will be sent when it's ready, guys. It's not gonna be today, that's for sure. Thank you, sir. Well, I think this is it, JC. So, um, okay, good. We have some of the guys that are using the auto trade, and he nailed 566. Okay, this is not bad. This is not bad. 20 minutes. What time frame you are using, Zigorf? And it is very good. Yeah, I mean, happy camper. That's fine. Okay. I don't know. I've been busy, but for the ones, uh, Okay, no comment on the net. You know, especially about wives. No comment. Um, okay, guys. I don't know what has come out. We were busy with the ES and Nasdaq and Dow Jones. There is a new signals has plotted in between. But right now, from the last entry price, we nailed 82, 84 ticks, and it was right in front of you, 84 ticks, 82 ticks from the last entry signal. We nailed 347 ticks on the Nasdaq. We nailed 138 ticks on the. You see, Ben, the 30-year Treasury bond did go the other direction. Okay, and the Russell is 134 ticks based on the last entry, and 97 ticks on the euro dollar on the DAX and gold. We called it. I remember I called gold for you, but what is nice about it, you can go back on the video and confirm everything I say. And the 6E, we have one tick. So right now, total. Yes, sir. It fell. So the signal it fell. So the total profit from the last entry price, it is 762 ticks, and this is the total amount of the profit from the last entry signal. And now we start having the auto trade kicking in. We have one trade on the Nasdaq nailed 3,000. Oh yeah, this one here, in it. Yeah, it is. Okay, so um, a day like today make you feel like wanna trade 24/7, and when what we had on what it was on Wednesday, you just ask yourself what the hell you're doing here, and this is what the market. When the market willing to give us, you need to grab as much as you can, because when there is nothing to give, we need to stop and call it off for today. On a micro account, we have done a small market analyzer here, which it is very affordable to everyone. Take one contract if you want to on the micro account. On the micro account, one contract ES, one contract micro NASDAQ, and one micro YM. $316 into the profit, 80 ticks from the last entry price, which it is different, guys. Look, on the mini ES, your entry price was 55.25. On the micro, it was 56.75. And on the Nasdaq, it is 7550, 75, and on the mini Nasdaq, it is the entry was 50.25. So there is one tick, two ticks in different. And on the YM 82.83, there is 1 point different. So probably because a lot of traders on the micro account, so you will see 56.75 and the 55.25. So you see a lot of different and between the micro ES and the and mini ES. I mean, it is, for the brain to get adopted. Not long time ago, a few years ago, before the ES, the E mini came out, we used to trade the big ES. And when we got the mini ES, and I said, who's going to trade a mini ES? And now I'm thinking from a huge ES, big ES, to mini ES, and now to micro ES. So could be 10 years from now, they're going to have a mini micro ES. I don't know. But I hope I don't have to deal with anything less than micro account in my days, whatever. So still, it is very good, decent. I like the micro account for a guy. Stan, go ahead and dive into pile of mud. Don't know what he's doing. No, I find it very good for a guy to start life with a micro account. So before he gets himself in trouble, uh, it's a different time and a different quality of traders and different signals, and everything is different. So maybe it is smart for a guy to just start testing the water with the micro account, and then when he feel like his bones are strong to go to higher position, then he can do that. So I don't know. Maybe it is a good thing, you know. No, Gary, I'm not using the scalper on a Nasdaq. I'm using the scalper on a 5 minutes, and I'm using it on a 1 minute only. At the moment, we have 708 take based from the last entry signal, and it is over. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It's a weekend. We still have, actually, I find on the price action on the 3 minutes, we still have. This is. I want to explain why the difference between an ATM and an and a full automated. This is another example that the DAX. This is now is on a full automated trade, and that is around 600 euro. But not few minutes ago, as you see, where is your zone? It was 1,000 euro. You see, so you just smoked 1,000 euro up in the air for not looking at the market. So again, guys, there is because on the fully automated, you can override it if you want to, but it's gonna stay on that trade till it hits the target. On the ATM, I mean, if you are looking at this market, you would have walked away with 1,000 euro, or you could have smoked it away. And this is the difference between full automated and those guys refusing to look at the market, and a guy look at the market and use an auto trade, even if they are using the same auto trade, the same setting. The guy is looking at the auto trade and understand a little bit. We don't want it to be a brilliant trader here with a lot of experience. It's just knowledge, basic knowledge. If two traders are using the same auto trade, full automated trade, and one is looking, one is not, the results at the end of the day, they are extremely different, a lot of different, and if you think about it, $200 a day, that's $50,000 a year for a guy is looking and not looking. So and this is a myth that you can take an auto trade and not look at it. It's not going to happen in your lifetime. I mean, if you are really want to be consistent, you have to look at the market and trying to see how your money is coming or disappearing. I don't know. I don't know, but um, this is a myth. If you think somebody is going to hand you money and because you own an auto trade, or what we are seeing on those commercials that a guy getting millionaires overnight. Yeah, right. Yeah. Good luck with that. The reality is not like this. So if they are really true, why they don't come out like us, suffer, and go online and show the system to everyone, like what we are doing. They all come out at night like a Dracula's, and they want to show you pre-made video what they have done. Okay, fair enough. But why don't you put it out there with a real lifetime and let those guys look at your system if you have nothing to hide? And by making a pre-made video, we have not made a pre-made video probably for over a year. And making a pre-made video, we show you what we want to show you. But when we are live like now, what you see, what you get, and this is a very hard challenge. And you will see good trades and bad days, bad trades on a normal basis. And I find it is healthier to show bad days like what we had last week. This last Wednesday. We caught it and we said we staying away from the trades. And we did. And it was a pleasant not to trade and lose money. And the second day it was extremely good. And today it is extremely good. So we by not losing money, we made money, So it's not unusual for a trader to say, you know what, I'm sitting on the side today. This is not for me. Nothing wrong with it, So, guys, we just sitting waiting on the long signals. We are done with the short. And don't forget, we're going to stay a bit longer, but don't forget to give us a thumb up on the YouTube. That's how you can pay us. Just click the button and say, pretend like you like us. And that's all what you have to do. Okay, so we're sitting quietly here, waiting on some kind of direction. We are in the right direction, of course. But as expected here on the ES, we were expected 28.27 JC, and we nailed it. And we are expected to be at 38.50 final destination. We missed by one tick, but we nailed it. And if you go back with the video, we told you your final destination, as I remember, if you go back with the video, we told you the final destination is 547 or 545. This is somewhere around there. I told you 547. So if you go back through the video, exactly where we have estimated this market, it came right in line, not just one chart, all charts, So this is Jose. Okay, Jose, I love you, coach, too, All right, let me see this guy. 2,125 and very smart how you've done it. Yeah. And on the ES62 Renko bar, you are at 12,351.24. Wow. Okay. Good thing, the micro future. Oh, yeah. We know that, Vito. All right, guys. So it's time for... let me show you, Shigor, what Gary, the same story like yesterday. The same story, my friend. Now, why a chart from NT7 will freeze? Okay. I think there is when we I think there is something with the graphic card, because when I move and I have the latest update and I have a very decent graph, but I notice when I move chart from one screen to another. Okay, now I see. It freezes when I move the chart from one screen to another. I think it's my graphic card. Okay, I get rid of it. Well, no, I noticed. I know I have the latest video card in there, but I noticed sometimes when you are using a full throttle on the Ninja and you have a tons of charts open, and and then taking the YouTube, sucking all the net on the YouTube and all this, and then when you do like moving a big chart from one monitor to another, you can see here, hello, we have a problem here. And also Ninja Trader 8 sucks a lot. The more you give it, the more will take. So okay, I'm gonna stay quiet for a while. I get a nice espresso, and we are in the right direction. So, and then we will cover some of the swing trading. And look at this. We were covering the DAX, and now look, the DAX nailed 1,000 to the fib line right there, 1,000 euro. Then went back to the entry price, and now it's making another 1,000. So here is the difference between a guy that is an ATM and a guy with a full automated. So by looking at the market, you have a much more reward, like what we have done. If you go back with the video, I don't remember, but the ES and the Nasdaq made a 3,000, almost 3,000 on the fully automated on one trade. But when you are using an ATM on a day like today, I'm not closing this position until they kick me out. I'm gonna nail in it and keep nailing it until they put me out of my misery. So there is a good potential. What we have showed you, if you go back with the video, you made very nice money on the Nasdaq. It was 1,400. Fair enough. And there is a difference making 4,000, and you are using the same system, and and here is the fun part. They're both sitting behind a computer. They're both sitting behind a computer. One guy is trying to get involved in the trade. And the things is, the entry is away from your motions. I mean, the entry is automatic. The management, because if you are taking the trade on the full automated or the ATM, is the same entry to the tick. The only thing, one guy decide to manage his trade, his money, and one guy decided not to. And here's the fun part: he blamed me on his results, and he don't blame himself on management. So um, this is a really sad part, because you need for you to manage your own money and scratch your own back. It's time for coffee. I'll be right back. Thank you. For the ones are willing to take some risk, you can re-enter the market here short on the Nasdaq. The same story on the YM. Leave the YM, but there is a short here on the Nasdaq if you wanted to test your luck a little bit. Small trade, not to get aggressive on a sim, please. We're not allowed to call live trade for you. Let me show you. I'm keep my eye on the DAX. Doesn't have to be DAX. I mean, you can say, well, I'm not a DAX trader. This is not my headache. Yeah, it's not. But it could be next Monday. It will be. It could be the ES. Okay, could be Nasdaq. On the DAX, a hit from the entry price came into your fib line and made 1,000. Okay, then went back and nailed another 900, and now is going back. Close the Nasdaq. If you are on a Nasdaq short, close it. It's finished. And now here is the difference. If you are on that trade, you're not looking at it. You're just eating banana out of that trade. You're not getting anything out of it because the target is all the way down here. And for the ones that's keeping his eye on it, he walk away with 2,000 euro on it. You see, so on that kind of auto trade, that kind of full automated trade, you need to keep your eye on it. Now on this kind of auto trade, if we take the 1 minute auto trade, or if you want to take the 244 auto trade, this one here, you don't really need to keep your eye on it. It does it by itself. So there is a potential, like all of them on a $500 trade, and we showed you this one earlier today. But if the market go into your direction, it's gonna stay, and it did stay to our direction and close at 775. All of them are on 500. So this kind of auto trade, you turn it on, and if you don't want to look at it, you don't have to look at it. But on the signal, it is very nice to keep your eye on it, and it is enjoyable because then you learn yourself to develop your own trading, and it's not a hard chart to look at. Is the only thing is you need to follow the signal and your fib line and a little small details here how we are, and those are nothing, those couple indicators. And just if we noticed from those couple indicators, is giving us indication when the party is over and it start coming to the other direction, and now it's telling you which direction we are about to hit. So there we go, we start getting couple arrows to the up, so it is time to cash in those here. It is very simple, straightforward. You have the entry price, and then you have to deal with the fibs, support, resistance line. You don't need to do any drawing. And then you have the reversal telling you when to exit. This is a beautiful entry on a double resistance line, a reversal. And there we go. From 105, 12105, all the way from one place to the other. And that it is a lot of money. This is a wealth. It's not a just. So by learning how those 3-4 steps and develop your own trading, stand copying somebody and sit in the room, pay somebody money. And like this one here, took 2 trades, one short and one up, and it was done. And there is nothing. This one here, Nasdaq, took 1 trade, 2 trade, 3 trade, swing trading, and it is done. And then here 1 trade, and it is done, and it is finished. So this is a different from that system, the signal entry. I personally, okay, again, the Nasdaq short, again, short on the Nasdaq. Do it on sim if you want to. For the CL traders today, it's not their lucky days. There is not much a great movement on the CL, but we are coming to new signal on the ES. Keep your eye on the CL here. In that column here, you should have a buy signal very soon, within a minute. So be careful, and you are about to have a buy signal. Whoever, JC, if you are on that NASDAQ, you need to keep your eye on 39.75, sir, on this NASDAQ trade, the last one we called. In any of our members on that NASDAQ trade, the one we called last. We're about to have if anybody on that trade with the NASDAQ, let me know, please. Okay. Just remember, keep your eye on the target here is 49.25. This is a very good one, and you see here is we now have a projection at 28.30. So close it. This is just a scalping, those are small. You know, why don't I put the scalping here? That will be much easier for you guys to follow the scalping. We're done with the swing trading, but you can do the scalping here. The ES just took a short trade and now 250 on the scalping, so this is not bad. So you can follow the scalping here. It's better for you. Rigo, let me see. Okay, you got 250 out of it. That's good. Okay, we're calling off those trades. We're closing up those trades. And we should have the CL very soon. The CL, we should have a new signal on the CL very soon, a buy signal. The CL, there is not much movement today. We hit the daily target on the scalping. Okay, we are about to have new signals on everything practically. We are about to have a new signal on the ES. We are about to have a new signal on CL. and the YM. Actually, we're about to have. I don't know if it's anybody, but for those guys, they did it this morning. Each one of you came out with a very good size of amount. So do not trade anymore. It's 12 o'clock, 11:19. But we are coming up to a new signal on the ES and Dow Jones. So we are closing everything on the. Uh, we closed the YM and we're about to close the ES. And now the whole market changing direction. We new signal on the DAX buy. New signal on the DAX buy. And it is 063 and 105 the exit. Sure. I mean, you too, sir. Have a nice weekend. Yes. And please, for the ones, most of you made over 2,000 today. So do not follow the new signal. Try to protect your profit. And now we are coming on the second round, and we are about to have a buy signal on the CL. Keep your eye in that area. Here you will have the new signal buy, and we are about to have a buy on the YM, and we are about to have a buy on the Nasdaq as well. So please be careful. It's coming to your direction. Keep your eye on the first column, please. You're going to have the CLES in the same time and the YM, all three come in your direction right now. We are hanging on a thread. Be careful, guys. The resistance line at on the ES is 8840.50. Once we cross it, we are going to have a long trade. You see, it's right there, and it is to the tick. So now the whole market sitting on 2840.50. Very simple, guys. That is going to ignite the YM Nasdaq, and you're going to get a new signal. As long as this ES below the 40.50, we have no go on long trade. We have no go on a long trade. We are sitting, and on the side, we closed all our position. Protect your position. The key right now in this market is 840.50. Simple as that. And if this 40.50, we're not able to break it, then it's going to be extremely chopped market here. There is no more short trade, neither we have a long trade. And it is the same story on the CL. I told you to get ready for a long trade on the CL. If we look for the CL traders, it's the same story. The CL, the resistance line is 61.79, and the CL tried the first time, the second time, the third time, and the fourth time. We needed to close above this line to get the long signal, and we did not. So it is fell before even the signals changed. So the party is over to the long side. We need to close this ES above the 40.50. And no. We need to see. That's why I didn't call it JC. because we need to see that bar closing above the 40.50, and it did not. It fell. So right now we are in a flipping Cohen trade. He just flipped because now you cannot do anything. The only thing you can do, JC, is scalp the market and try to see. Let's say the YM now taking a short, CL taking a short or something, long, whatever, and try to. Okay, let's keep our eye on the CL right now. Now look, sometimes the timing. Okay, now look at this. Now start changing direction. It was weak, and now we start changing direction. We need this bar to close above the 61.79. Now it's going to be, okay, this is the last bumper. There we go. You see, it's to the tick, guys. It's all technical. Now it's about to change. Let me see the ES. We need to close that bar. There we go. We have an entry. You see? So sometimes, JC, it's the timing. The timing. And now look, you have the new signal. The auto trade took that trade and up. If you took that trade, JC, one bar before, maybe you were not a happy camper. The timing and the technical has to be above a certain level. So could be two people trading, but one guy took it on the bar before, early or late. So this is what is nice about that system. You let the trade, the algorithm take that trade for you. You're emotionally not involved with it, and then we can manage it. Anyone can manage it. I mean, you have to manage your money, but the trade, it is done automatically, and this is the way it has to be. So now we are in the right direction. Now we go ahead and start covering the technical side, where is the fibs and where the probability this market is going to struggle, and where if we break that area, now we are looking for a much higher profit than 62.17. So it is about management. It's no longer about trading. It's not about trading anymore. It's about management. Be careful with the 62.08. This is the true average price. We're about to have a new signal on the ES and YM. Okay, we have a sell-off again. Okay, forget the ES and YM. We still technically not able to do that. Okay. This is I'm gonna put the micro account here because on the micro account we had the signal for the YM, but we didn't have it for the mini. So I'm gonna leave it here. So you can follow the signal for micro account. The market took a dive again on the ES9. There is no buy entry. Now on this one here, JC, be careful with the 6208 and then the target is 6217. It's a very small target actually. The reason it's small because the CL did not move today. Not really, didn't move that much. Okay, there is no more. There is no long trade. We tried, and we were on the tick to change direction with the future market on the ES and Nasdaq and Dow Jones, and it fell. So now we are going back down on the ES and Nasdaq and Dow Jones, and there is nothing we can do. So we gotta wait. We did the short earlier today, and we made tons of money out of it. So there, we still have one position on the Nasdaq, and it's over. Any of our traders following the CL? Okay, guys. Then if there's nobody to following the CL, I will leave you alone. And for the ones I don't know if they are following us, your target is 62.17. It was a really lovely day. Every trader we have nailed over 2,000. Congratulations, and wish you a very nice weekend. And please don't let somebody screw with your head after this afternoon, or the devil let him play with your head. Protect your profit. You did very well, every one of you. And just close this damn things, the computer, and go do something with your family, or go clean your car or polish your car, whatever ticks you in this life. Thank you, JC. So don't don't sit down behind the computer. You did extremely well, and thank you, sir. It's my pleasure. Thank you, and Monday we will be members only, covering the new Autotrade, and you're very welcome. Thank you. Okay, it's a Mother's Day in Mexico. Okay, great. Buy flower, and anyway, and make it up, Rico. Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure, Ben. I see you all on Monday to cover. We do not send a template. I want everyone to set up the auto trade. Sending out a template, it's not going to help. On Monday, we are going to make the templates for you by following me, and I want you to learn how to do the setting yourself. So I will not send out template. I want you to open the hood and do the adjustment the way you follow me on the webinar. so at least you know what you have. And so what else we have? And then on Tuesday we'll go back live on a YouTube. Thank you very much, and wish everyone a very pleasant weekend. Bye for now.